Hey yo, this is Timur Nest TV again. I'm with my boy Derek. He gonna share some stuff, so be excited. He's a really smart dude. That's what I believe, yo. Yeah, just he gonna show you Boston's too. He's a really pretty tough dude. So yeah, this is Timur TV. Enjoy. So I'm gonna record him and ask him some questions. Okay. See you later. So Derek. What's up? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? How you doing, dude?
Doing good.
Good.
It's an honor to be on Nest TV.
Oh, awesome.
I'm glad that you think I'm
Said
worthy.
Timur Nest TV.
Yeah, Timur Nest TV.
Yeah, awesome. So, Derek, please tell me what's in your mind. Like, what are you going through right now? Like, I heard you reading a lot of books, C.S.Lewis. Just there's a lot of fans who like C.S. Lewis. Just share about your experience about C.S. Lewis. Why C.S. Lewis really inspires you? His books and his theology, or like not theology but apologetics, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of dudes on YouTube, they might watch, they might want to know, so those guys like you, why they read. It's because I believe C.S. Lewis is not for only for those guys who smart, but those dudes like you, right? So share, like why you're really pumped about it.
Well, C.S. Lewis, it's like what John Piper said about C.S. Lewis. He said he was like the romantic rationalist, and I love that because it's true. He's like makes a boring subject, he makes it into something that's very like passionate about it. And I'm a passionate dude, so like it makes sense to me, like the way he goes about with his philosophy, bringing people into theology. Um, the thing I like the most, is on my mind actually, is when in the book Miracles, he's talking about. First of all, he defends like the idea of a miracle from the beginning. If you don't have this book, you should buy it. But so when he talks later on, like he comes to the point where like the theist's main reason for believing in what they do, they say the theist believes in what has been the truth that has been revealed, and that's their main concern. In other words, like divine scripture, like the Bible, the Quran. In this case, the Bible, because that's what he's talking about. But that the divine revelation is all that we have to think about as far as truth. And if there's anything in nature that that reflected that, it was designed to bring us to the knowledge of the revealed truth. And I think that's really true. I think that idea is encapsulated just in Romans 1:20. Like for God's divine power has been clearly seen, being understood, what has been made from so men are without excuse. It makes a lot of sense if you think about it, because I think just the very fact that we're here begs the question, which begs like secular philosophies from generations on. But even from then, they always had God as and revealed theology as a means with which to get to know Him. So my interest is the space between unbelief and accepting that divine scripture is true, because that's essentially what like every believer comes to the realization of, and I think they do that partially through pain, kind of like in Ecclesiastes 2. It talks about meaningless, everything. I denied my eyes nothing, and I found that too to be meaningless. And I think in my life too that's very true. It has been very true as far as like I indulged in as much as possible, on drugs, fighting, getting chicks, all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, Caitlin, if you're watching this. But and so it's very interesting to me, the idea of thinking about extra biblically, just thinking about truth in general. So like, because naturally you'll beg the question like, why am I here? What's the meaning of life? All these things. And I think if you just look at the complexity of nature, like I have 2 science degrees, me looking at the complexity of nature and also experiencing pain, realizing that nothing is meaningful without some sense of eternity. It says in Ecclesiastes, God has set the eternity on the hearts of man. He's given you everything you need, in order to come to Him. And I guess just explore the complexity of nature, explore the laws of nature, and then think about their context. because they do have a greater context. Nature does not just exist within itself as a perpetual wheel, as maybe some other divine scriptures might say, because it just doesn't work like that. So it like started somewhere, just like Thomas Aquinas says. It starts somewhere, and it has that start in God. I'm not going to call God the Big Bang necessarily, and I'm not going to give a thumbs up to young Earth creationists. Even though like I might perhaps be one, you don't know. But I think nature is underestimated as far as like how much we can reason to find God, and I think that reason is something that He's given us to find God. Because if you even think about it, the ability to reason in and of itself doesn't make sense when it comes to like just naturally occurring, because we don't need to be able to reason to be able to survive. And if we don't need to be able to reason to be able to survive, then like, why? And even if we did need to reason to be able to survive, we would only reason as much as we needed to survive. We would say, hey, a tree, let's chop it down and make a house. We wouldn't think, oh, like, who am I? What's my purpose? Like, those things would never evolve for any reason.
So can you share why the dudes like you with the tattoos and the earrings and the tattoo and earrings and and not the guys like, because when I hear like a lot of like C.S. Lewis is only for like smart people, right? But the guy like you with the like who like rock music, right? And like who little pumped about but can you share a little bit like how can you, why guys like you, so encourage those guys, just C.S. Lewis is not only for guys like with the tie and suit people, it can be for people like you, right, with the tattoos and earrings, because you can tell that C.S. Lewis draws his ideas to those people like you, right? So just share how C.S. Lewis draw you to himself.
Okay. Yeah, essentially I think everybody, regardless of how obvious it is outwardly, it makes sense that we all essentially have the same desires. If you even read in the Bible, like David had his thing with Bathsheba. There was Saul, even the wisest man. He had his problems with women. I think everybody has the flesh that they battle with, and that manifests itself in similar ways, like either an over intoxication of drugs or sex, or even just trying to find your fulfillment in a career or money. All those things are pretty common to everybody, regardless of how you necessarily look or what kind of music you listen to. And so these are the basic questions that everyone begs in their heart of hearts, whether or not they acknowledge that or try and forget it. I think a lot of people, more often than not, try and forget it. But if you're sick of trying to forget it and like want an answer, people like C.S. Lewis are a godsend, because they can explain to you exactly why it makes sense and why it's not stupid to believe in something. It's better to take a stance than to just say, I don't know. Okay. Especially if eternity is up in the air.
Awesome. Thank you. That was Derek. Thank you so much, dude. That was awesome. I believe that he will be back and more. We're going to talk more about theology, right?
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Derek. That was Timor Nest TV. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be back for sure. Now it's ready for watch Francis Chan's sermon. So we're really excited. It's gonna be tight. If you don't know Francis Chan, check it out. He has a book called Crazy Love and Forgotten God. Yeah, I hope you get it. Thank you so much. Please comment in what Derek was talking about. I think it went deep, so I hope you will like it. Thank you so much. Timor Nest TV again. God bless. Peace. It's all about Jesus. Bye.